It's an activity that 3 million Americans have participated in. It's an activity that 13% of all 15 to 16-year-olds have tried. Today on All Chopped Up, we will be talking about cutting and self-abuse. We'll be having on a cutter, and we will have on his closest family and friends to try to figure out why he cuts and get to the root of the problem. So, without further ado, please welcome on our featured cutter, Happy. Come here, Happy. Why don't you scoot a little closer? I feel like it's easier to talk then. So, Happy, why don't you tell us a little about yourself? When did you start to cut?
I'm 15 and I started at 13.
Why do you cut?
My father left me and my mother when I was young, and it just started to get to me. I don't know how else to express my feelings. It makes me feel better.
Can you tell me, this typical procedure you go to when you feel like cutting?
Well, I find a nice quiet place in my house away from everyone. And I just simply place the knife to my wrist and cut away. I lose consciousness after a couple minutes, but I have nothing better to do.
You lose consciousness? Why would you want to lose consciousness?
I'd rather black out than deal with my awful life. I don't feel like it's worth staying away for.
Well, okay, on that note, we'll be right back. And when we come back, we'll have on expert Squire McMatt. Welcome back. During the break, we chatted a little more with Happy and decided that we're going to bring out expert Squire McMatt. Come on out here, Squire.
Hey, thank you for having me on the show. Alright, thank you, Nora. Well, let's start out with why people cut. Most people cut because they feel lonely, scared, they don't know how to deal with their stress, or they have low self-esteem. Also, they may have a history of abuse, other family members cut, peer pressure, wanting attention, bullying, hard loss, or anxiety or depression.
Or they like it how it feels.
Huh?
That is also another reason why. But remember, these are not set in stone. Each case is different, and these are not always reasons that fit everyone. So Happy, why do you cut?
Like I said before, my father left when I was young and just started to get to me. Plus, I don't know how else to express my feelings, and I like how it feels.
This is a common excuse that is used by many, but can have deeper meaning. Sometimes there was abuse that they were embarrassed to admit to. Sometimes teens feel ashamed that they're abused. So Happy, were you abused?
Why do you automatically assume I was abused?
Happy, it was only a question. Were you abused? We need to know this so we can try to help you stop.
Yeah, I was abused. My dad would beat me and tell me that I wasn't worth anything and people were better off without me.
Aww.
This could be a major reason for Happy cutting himself. When someone is told that they are worthless and unneeded, they start to believe it. When they start to believe it, they sometimes resort to cutting, other forms of self-abuse, or even suicide. Happy, have you ever had suicide thoughts?
No. I can honestly say I haven't. I don't want to kill myself, but I do think that I should be punished for being so unwanted. I feel like maybe cutting will help make up for me not being worth anything to most people.
Do you have any really close friends that know about your problem?
Yeah.
Can you tell me his name?
His name is Schmittendorf. Roger Schmittendorf.
Well, let's go get Roger.
Turn off. Welcome back. We're going to bring on Happy's best friend, Roger. Come on out, Roger.
Hello, everybody! Hey, Happy!
So, Roger, how long have you known Happy?
Well, I've known Happy since I was in middle school. Suddenly, we just became friends like that.
What do you have in common? Did you guys just connect, or did you have similarities?
Well, we were both very involved in all kinds of sports. Baseball, basketball, football, and tennis. And to help, we were always on the same team.
Are you two still in those sports? Or on those sports teams?
Up until 7th grade we were.
I started dropping out due to depression.
Yeah, the sad thing was, I was the only one that noticed.
I didn't feel like anyone cared, so my depression worsened. Roger was my only caring friend.
I guess Roger is a great friend. Good job, Roger.
Thank you.
That is sometimes hard to
Thank
do.
you. I'd do anything for the happiness of my friend.
Aww. Aww. Roger, why Roger, did you stop? So Roger, did you quit sports to help Happy?
Actually, I didn't. And to this day, I'm still guilty for it. I don't think that he was that depressed. Since he was never in sports anymore, I never noticed his cutting. I never really saw him out of sports even.
Because I never saw Roger anymore, I felt like I had no friends. That's when I started cutting the most. My cutting settled down when Roger noticed in between classes I was never talking to anyone. Roger was the only one that tried to help.
What about your mom?
My mom was never home, it seemed like. When I tried to talk about it to her, just couldn't get it out. It also felt like she didn't listen or care.
Well, you know what? It's been nice having you on, Roger, but why don't we bring out Happy's mom?
Pleasure. It's
I didn't know she
Thanks.
was here.